Hello everyone, I will start my presentation today. My research topic is a field study on the acceptance characteristics of Korean drama by Thailand viewers. A recent series of phenomena calls for a fundamental overhaul of the Asian region about Korean waves. For example, existing Korean wave-related studies based on cultural proximity tend to revolve around China, Japan, and regional case studies in Asia are lacking. In particular, research on Thailand, which has great potential among Southeast Asian countries and has deep traditional diplomatic relations with South Korea, is relatively meager. This page explains a little bit about Korean culture and Hallyu, but as you may know, very well-known Hallyu definitions are moved very quickly. And this page also says about a little bit about the hybridity of Korean way and some kind of cultural proximity. Cultural proximity reduction, economic point of view, and studies which mainly focuses on communication effect with a deep reflection on cultural meaning have been attempted in studies related to the Korean way. Therefore, exploring historical, cultural, and economic aspects in Southeast Asia with different social and strong social differentiation would be more necessary. Although the number of Korean tourists who recently visited Thailand is still increasing, the consumption or influence of Korean content, which centers on dramas, appears to have been relatively weakened compared to K-pop. The causes can be found in a number of points, including internal and external factors in the production of Korean dramas. Although there is a need to analyze them in a variety of ways, this paper attempts to explore the process and content of how Thai people embrace Korean dramas, including a examination of preference, non-preference factors for Korean dramas. As for the research problem, this study analyzed the characteristics of Thai viewers' acceptance of Korean wave content more deeply, focusing on the use of Thai viewers' use of broadcasting content, mainly dramas. Based on the implications of previous research, first this paper looked at the characteristics of Thai people's general use of Korean dramas, major ways to use patterns, K-pop preferences, and using social media with watching dramas, and further analyze the main motivations and advantages and disadvantages of Thai recognized Korean dramas. As a kind of minor level, the study also investigated the impact of the drama's online use and social media use will also be investigated. Secondly, what factors found in the preceding study are relatively superior and how these factors reversely affect drama viewing and may meet the trend of K-pop. This study conducted an in-depth interview with Thai viewers who were deemed highly interested in Korean wave and Korean TV dramas. For in-depth interview, the interview was conducted by adding subjects through slower techniques after inviting people interested in Korean dramas, introduced through local Korean reporters, company residents, and private operators. The in-depth interview was conducted 3 times at the Korean restaurant and the Korean Cultural Center in downtown Bangkok for about 2 weeks in early November 2019. The focus group interview was conducted on 10 students of the Korean language course at the Thammasat University in Rangsit campus on November 3rd. This shows some kind of interviewees about their occupation, age, academic background, gender. from now on, let me explain a little about the findings, which means discussions also. First of all, the general utilization characteristics of Korean dramas. Thai people watch Korean dramas on terrestrial and cable TV programs, but these days they are watching various paid and free online channels. Typical were websites such as K-Series and VIU, as well as OTT services, Line TV and Netflix, as well as viewing via YouTube. Although the average daily or monthly use was not calculated in this kind of qualitative research, it seems that most watch 2 to 3 days a week or more than 2 to 3 hours a day. If they do not watch it every day, they watch it all day, which is very addictive. Regarding using SNS and watching Korean dramas, the responses from many Thai viewers confirm that SNS use is having a great impact on watching Korean dramas. This phenomenon is seen as a natural inducement to watch dramas and use them to update, as there are many cases where people share them more actively, starting with the act of using SNS in a passive manner. Some people said that they use the drama because they know the approximate story of the drama in advance through SNS sharing, or because they can choose to see it after checking their ratings beforehand. In this regard, SNS sharing seems to be having a significant impact on the interest and viewing of Korean dramas. Regarding mutual influence with K-pop, looking at the interview responses, there are some who said they like both Korean dramas and K-pop equally. Thai viewers, however, had a high preference for K-pop, and their preference for Korean dramas also remained high. This study did not verify whether the generation preference differences was statistically significant, but in general, the younger generation, including those in the 20s, had higher K-pop preferences, which enabled them to confirm that the generation by generation differences existed as expected. As for the preference factors and characteristics for Korean dramas, when asked about the most impressive dramas and dramas currently being watched, the dramas that were impressive included a variety of things. For example, My Love from the Star, Cloud drama Moonlight, Buga's book, something like that. As for the there are several types of reasons to prefer. So this following parts about the reasons to prefer. First of all, actor factors. For example, the appearance, acting, and charm of a preferred entertainer. Secondly, story factors. For instance, fun, interest, diversity, and reality. First of all, Thai viewers appear Korean dramas show various aspects of Korean society. They think the story is so realistic that it expresses reality very well. In particular, they also think it describes the social culture of Korean in a realistic way. About the cultural differentiation factors, it explains interest in Korean society, Korean culture, and learning Korean. More specifically, most of the responses in this category are they love to see Korean dramas because they like Korea. For example, I enjoy watching Korean dramas because Korean culture is beautiful, and because I like Korea. This is why I have an interest in Korean and watch dramas to study Korean. One of the interesting answers is, I'm going to imitate the Korean character in drama, and I'm going to admire Korea. The fourth, visual image beauty, completeness, and modernity. Other factors that favor Korean dramas were visual image beauty, completeness, and modernity. These factors are partly overlapping with the above-mentioned content factors, but what is important here is that while a sense of homogeneity based on cultural proximity may be partly inherent, cultural differences from Thai dramas, such as images and technological elements containing beautiful nature and modern characters and backgrounds, appear as preferring Korean dramas. As for the conclusion, the results of the research showed that Thai people watch Korean dramas through terrestrial or cable TV programs, but more recently, they are watching Korean dramas through paid or free online channels for PC or mainly mobile basis. Most viewers watch 2 to 3 days a week or more than 2 to 3 hours a day who are presumed as heavy viewers. The use of SNS has shown a lot of influence in watching Korean dramas. In particular, the characteristics of SNS which have active sharing functions are found to be having a significant impact on the interest in Korean dramas and their continued viewing. Considering responses, drama viewing are not very much affected by K-pop's popularity in the prevailing mood. However, when a favorite singer appears in a drama or participates in an OST, it seems quite sure that it has a positive impact in strengthening Korean drama viewing. If it is a drama played by a favorite singer or actor, viewers, especially like the younger generation, tend to watch the drama to support his or her favorite. The motives and advantages of watching Korean dramas recognized by Thai viewers seem to be very diverse and complex. Most notable reason as the motive for watching Korean drama can be seen as factors resulting from content excellence and cultural differentiation, such as the fun of story, diversity, higher realism than Thai drama, solid composition and mechanics that closely woven various aspects of Korean society. The actor's appearance, charm, and acting skills are equally important factors, making it hard to distinguish between content factors in terms of superiority. Content factors and the attractiveness of actors and looks are much in common with those found in several previous research. However, the concept of cultural proximity, which was also tried through some previous studies, seems to have many limitations. To explain Thai viewers' preference for Korean dramas, at the same time, although cultural proximity appears to be a relative barrier of being close compared to Western dramas, it is hardly seen as the sole or dominant factor. Among the main motivation and benefits of Korean dramas, watching them because I like Korea and because I already like Korean culture is also noteworthy. To explain this differently, Thai viewers who are in a country where the Korean wave is maturing often have cultural affinity through various acceptance of the Korean wave that has already accumulated in the past. Therefore, their viewing experience, which began in cultural differences, heterogeneity, or otherwise keep on affecting their affection for Korea or interest in culture, and leads to their need for interested in and desire for Korean language. In other words, Korea or Koreanness itself is the cause of interest in Korean dramas. According to Stuart Hall's argument, views may be largely be dominated by negotiated reading of acceptance. It can be said that Thai viewers also use Korean dramas as a base for satisfying their desire to address deficiencies that they do not meet with their own dramas through preference reading according to their respective demographic positions and in some cases resistance to Thai dominant ideology. The primary rationale for this influence can be found in such responses that Thai dramas have a lot of exaggerated stories and too many love stories, which are monotonous in subject and rarely show their society realistically. On the other hand, because the Korean drama show the political and social realities of Korea very realistically and sometimes critically, they like these aspects which are felt by Thai viewers, regardless of the positive or negative assessments of the politics and social realities recognized by Koreans. For example, many people said they prefer to present individual struggles against injustice or unfairness in political and social genres of dramas. In this case, Thai viewers seek an alternative to solving complaints and shortages accumulated in Thai society, political and social realities, which also result in catharsis. These results are in line with Mary's view, which analyzed that Thai viewers living in an era of social polarization, including political upheaval and the provincial and rural divide, accept Korean dramas with Korean characteristics as a means of resisting central state control. Thai viewers, in other words, want to feel their potential desire through the freedom and creative expressions of Korean society, and sometimes through dramas, admire the reality and replace it with their reality. It is also used as a substitute for catharsis and to relieve accumulated complaints and deficiencies to some viewers, although completeness, forum content, the appearance of unusual videos and favorite stars are still important factors that make them watch Korean dramas. Thank you. If you have any questions or comments, please contact my email address. Thank you again.